Hey guys, it's Dandy. So today I wanted to show you guys, obviously if you could tell by the title, my lineup for next year. It's going to be in a traveler's notebook actually. I've kind of felt this change coming for a while. So I'm really excited to actually do it again next year. I will say one thing I'm really excited about that I want to go ahead and show you is my cover. I made this cover myself actually. I've been really into working with leather lately, and with the government shutdown, I haven't been able to go to work the last few weeks. So I made this before the shutdown, but I've also been playing with leather some more, and I've become addicted to it. It's really fun. So I'll probably end up with more covers by the time the year is up with. I will say one thing I kind of regret is adding this little pocket. It doesn't stick quite like I wanted it to. Um, but if I take it off, it's going to look really weird. So I might just take some glue to it and then just make another cover later. I also have this charm that I found at, I think, Michael's um, not too long ago. So what we're going to do today is I have some new stuff for next year, and we're going to set this up the rest of the way together. And I'm really excited. All right, so let's get into it. Um, Also, sorry if my chair is squeaky. It's been doing that really bad lately. um, why don't I just stand up? That way I don't have to worry about it squeaking. That works. Okay. So I ordered my Traveler's Notebook 2026 stuff from JetPins. That's also who I've been ordering like Hobonichi stuff from when I get Hobonichi. Um, but yeah, so I got a few things. First thing, this isn't super exciting, but it's my favorite pin that I use. I just got an extra one so I could get free shipping. Um, Plus, it never hurts to have extra of something you love. I have refills for this color as well. And then I can keep one with one notebook and one with the other. So that was my thought process. I need to just cave and get the Sarasa Grand because it comes in the same color. And this is a really good quality pen, but it's an even better quality pen, and I just haven't done that yet. Um, okay, so let's see. How do I want to do this? I'll show you the passport size stuff first. Um, so my thought process with getting a passport size monthly was I didn't need a huge regular size monthly. I didn't want to dedicate an entire like insert into in my book to a monthly, because really what my monthly is just purely writing down appointments and work and schedules and stuff like that. And then of course I had to get the pencil board. I would have got the regular size pencil board too. I'm not a huge fan of orange and blue, so bright. Um, and these are my two favorite colors, so I was really excited to see that this pencil board was pink and green. So I'm gonna try to not talk at 90 miles an hour also, because I get excited and I just talk and talk and talk, and I want to try to like take it a little slower and actually show you guys. So here's the pencil board. Obviously, pencil boards from Travelers is always great. I'd like to get into making my own pencil boards because I just think that would be fun. I just haven't started that yet, but that's another venture I'd like to get into. Oh yeah, here's the foiling on that. That's really nice. Not foiling. Yeah, that's foiling. It's been a long day. So there's that. And then I'm also really glad I went with the passport size for the monthly as well, because I like the stickers that comes with this monthly rather than the regular size. I like those a little more. Of course, there you go. That's what your monthly looks like. Um, I will probably end up putting a different cover on this. I've got some dinosaur paper actually that I'll probably put around it. I've seen some people changing the cover. I don't dislike this color. It's a nice red orange. It's just not a happy like I don't know. It's a little much for me personally. I don't dislike it, but I think I'll put a different paper around the cover. So here is the stickers. Look how freaking cute they are. I love that. And then the 2026 guide as well. I really like the for all the travelers who, what was it called? Yeah, the Traveler Spirit. I like the theme they went with this year. I wasn't super big on the theme last year, and I think that's what deterred me from getting it last year. Um, but I really, really love the theme this year. So there's that. And then here, I also got the sticker set because I'm a sucker for stickers. um, there we go. There we go. That's the backing to that. So here's what the stickers look like. There's your foiling on that. They're really cute. I like them a lot. I'm not even gonna want to use them. What I do, this might help you guys too. What I do is when I have really cute stickers and I'm so scared to use them, I scan them, just so I have a photo of what they looked like in their pristine glory before I used them. Especially ones like this, I'll scan these and I'll have just a hard copy of those in my files in my computer, just because they're so cute. And then of course you've got your tabs and your little square stickers, the circle transparent stickers. This is what the pockets look like this year. I really like the Analog Lovers thing. That's really cute. Um, Traveler Spirit Preservation Society. I love that. It's such a good theme this year. It's like it's meant for me. um, and then of course here's your transfer, like rub down stickers. These are really hard for me to use, but I like them a lot, and I'd like to get better at using them. Um, but yeah, so there's the stickers. Okay. And then I just got another grid insert because I like the grid paper the most. And this is just your standard grid insert. Okay, so now I'm going to show you the cover I made. And I know you're saying, Dandy, what about your weeklies? You always say you think in a weekly format for your tasks. Don't you worry, I'll show you. Let's move these over here. Also, I'm sorry, the sun's going down. I forget that it's getting later in the year now. Whoops, and I just smacked the shit out of you. I'm sorry. So I wanted to put a pocket here so I could put a little thing to switch out every now and then. It's just where the leather's so malleable and this is not really. It's coming up a little. My other solution would be glue, putting glue behind it and just keeping that permanently on there. I don't see myself taking it off anyway because it looks like if I do, the leather's just going to look kind of weird. So I might end up doing that. This was my first try. You can kind of tell where I accidentally nicked the edge right here when I was shaping it. And I also don't have any edge finish either, but I was really proud of it for it being my first time. I've got 2 little holes here. I should have put a little charm there, which I guess I can get one that clips, but I really, let me show you. I made this one recently, and I kind of put this here, kind of like how Travelers has that little thing there. Here's my Moterm one for reference. Like this little thing, I put a little bead there. This is obviously a passport size. And I'll show you the other ones I've made in a second too. But this was my first one, and this is the one I'm going to go into the year using, I think. If I make any changes, it'll just be to add glue to this and maybe trim a little bit of this flap. I wanted to do trifold because an issue that I have with like official travelers covers and like my Moterm cover is they're really good to use when you get a fresh insert in there, but once your books start to get kind of thick, it makes everything kind of stick out a little bit. And I just like the idea of having something that folds over so I don't have that weirdness sticking out. I think that's one of the main reasons I didn't like using Travelers as much before. And another thing I did was add a second loop. That way it gives me a little more playroom and it's not so like tight when I have a few inserts in there. This is what the inside cover looks like. This is my, I just have some stuff in here for now. Um, Actually, I need to, nope, hang on. Just a second. There is information on the back of one of these cards that I don't want showing. Um, so I did add pockets. It was my first time ever adding pockets to leather as well. I got a really cheap set of diamond chisels, and they ended up bending about halfway through, so I need to invest in some better ones if I want to keep doing leather stuff. But I'm really proud of myself for my first time doing something like, well, technically my first time doing something like this. I did make my own B6 cover last year, but I had no idea what I was doing. I pretty much just winged it all. um, I probably have that one to show you too. Hang on. I guess technically this was my first one. I didn't have any kind of chisel. I literally have a dart that I just poked through each hole. Wait, I did add pockets to this too, so I lied. I added pockets to this too, but this was like such a feat. It was so hard. I didn't know how to stitch, obviously. Um, Probably used the wrong thread. Um, I also don't know why I put only one of these. I think it was for a charm because I think I just slid my B6 into the back there. I had no idea what I was doing. These are actually traveler's pockets that I put here. But this time I used actual leather. The cutting is not perfect on that, but I think it gives it character, so it's okay. um, so yeah, here's the front cover. I've got two pockets. I'm keeping one pencil board here to kind of hold the shape for now. And then in the back, I also have a little pocket here. I used suede for these pockets, which I probably would not do again, but it was all I had on hand at the moment, and I wanted it done now. So that's the story there. So far, what I have set up is a little pocket, and then this insert, and then the craft folder. It's an old craft folder. It's got some old stickers on it, but I still like them, so I'm keeping it for now. But I might get another craft folder to kind of freshen it up a little bit. Keep this one too, but um, I just like to keep my stickers fresh and then switch them out. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. So this is my weekly. I got an undated weekly for the start of next year just because I don't know. I don't know why I decided to get the undated instead of the dated weekly. I think the sway was the green color. Um, and I liked the idea of making my own date stickers and stuff, which you'll see in a second. I already put a fish on here. More stickers are going to go in here probably, but I actually got this fish sticker the day that I got this insert. So I have already made some stickers to go in here, and kind of like a pseudo like layout. It's one that I've started using in my weeks, and it's helped me get back into my Hobonichi weeks actually. Okay, phone ran out of storage, but all is well. I got a drink and ate some cookie dough and cleared up some space, so we should be good now, hopefully. um, but yeah, so I've made some stickers. I don't remember exactly where I was at. I should have checked before I started recording again. But I made some stickers out of, I got some samples from Online Labels, and they have some really cool transparent stickers. So it was really cool to finally test some of those out just because I didn't want the background of the numbers to be like a different color than the page itself. So that worked out really well. I will say I miscalculated because I ran out of these little uh, month numbers up here for some of the months. This is basically what the layout's going to look like. These two columns might end up changing, so basically what I'm doing now is just like tasks or small notes about the day here, and then like media I'm consuming here, habits are here, tasks to do throughout the week are here, notes are here, and then this is where I'm trying to track some screen time. That might also change, but I think it'll be helpful to stay off my phone. And yeah, so that's pretty much what I've got done. I've got, monthly names, and not every like I said, I ran out of some of the big numbers. I tried to squeeze as many as I could on one piece of paper. So I miscalculated in my hopes of fitting everything. One thing I did do different, well, not differently. I have never done this before. One thing I did that was kind of fun is I changed like birthdays of me and my friends to this like green color, just for a little different like fun thing. So yeah, that's basically all I've got so far. So I'm gonna add the new stuff in with you. I haven't really thought this far ahead either. Um, I think I think what I'm gonna do is attach this insert here, because my thought was for three inserts for next year, with each of them being for something a little different. I just had my rubber band. Yeah, this one will work. So if you guys have never had a traveler's notebook before, I'll kind of explain what I'm doing as I'm doing it. So when you want to add more inserts than you have string for, I even like have an extra string that I put in mine, but I still want to add a third insert. What you do is you take an extra elastic, put it in the middle of one book just like you would in the elastic of your cover, and then take your other book and then put that through the same elastic, and then you've got them kind of bungeed together like this. I maybe should have used a little bit of a bigger one, but this will work. And then you take the middle of those two books and you just slide that through your cover's elastic like so, and then you've got two inserts there. So the plan that I have for these inserts is going to be this. This is going to be like fun journaling, like extra journaling. I'll put, diary things in here, kind of like what I'm using my A5 Kindle for right now. I really want to get this finished by next year so I can go ahead and move all of this into the new book. So I've just got like some travel journaling, some extra bits, dream journaling, just a bunch of different things in here. Miscellaneous journaling, I guess you would call it. It also doubles as a commonplace. All that would go in one insert here. And then, of course, my weekly, which would be like I described. And then this last insert would just be for like note taking, I guess. So, where all the not pretty stuff goes. I like financial tracking, quick notes on things, grocery lists, things like that. The kind of life admin stuff, I guess, would go in this one. That's the best way I know to describe it. Quick notes that I want to remember later. Because I want one insert to be pretty and then one to be just kind of like an actual like quick note taking thing. Which might be kind of overkill, but it's what I'm using the back of my weeks for right now. Hang on, I have that somewhere. My Hobonichi weeks, I mean. So what that is being used for currently is just random notes, some stuff from my friends, budgeting ideas. I took some notes on like graphic design, spending, things I need to remember to do. Basically, just stuff like that. That's going to go in this one. And then, sorry, I know it's getting dark. I planned this horribly. For my monthly, I'll probably either slide it in the front here or in the back pocket. And we'll just see how I feel about either one as I go. Because this, I just want to jot down schedules, quick appointments, like nothing too much, just something to keep that written down in. And I know you guys are like, why don't you do it in your phone calendar? I'll never remember to look at it. I never remember to look at my phone calendar, that is why. But I will always look at my paper calendar. So yeah, not as much of a refresh as I thought it would be, but it's a nice explanation of what I want to do next year. So I'd like to have most of my stuff in this little book here. That's the goal. The only thing that would not be in my cover is my daily journals, which, just to refresh, are going to be in these Kinbor daily journals. I'm using the one book for the whole year this year, so I'm so glad that they had 2 books for next year, because that thing is chunky, and this is going to be super helpful to have two. I've said it before, but I'm going to say it again. So that's my daily journal. And then the only other book that I'm going to have aside from that is my sketchbook. So that's a pretty good setup rather than like 5 different things. Um, and this will be like the on the go book. This one will probably go most places with me. And then sketchbook probably should. And then that leaves my daily journal for at home. Which really I would love to just use a traveler's notebook sketchbook, but it's just not a good size. Like, I know this isn't much different, but that extra width really helps my brain when I'm drawing. For some reason, I just can't draw in a tall, skinny thing. It needs to be a little wider, even though it's just like what is that, a centimeter and a half? We'll see. I might end up switching after I finish this one. This is a Moleskine also. For those of you wondering, if you are wondering, I just thought I'd say. But yeah, okay. So fun little haul, fun little tour. Oh, I said I was gonna show you my other covers that I made as well. Hang on. I've just got 2, and one of them doesn't have the elastic yet, but I still want to show you because it's fun. So this one is pretty much exactly like this one, except it doesn't have the pockets and stuff. And I haven't rounded the corners, but it's pretty fun. It's pretty simple. I had some extra of this leather left. I actually got this nice brown color on sale, and that's why I got it, and that led me to making these. And then I already kind of showed you this one for the passport size. I added some charms. Okay, running out of storage quickly again. Don't remember what I was, but basically I sewed around the whole leather just so it had that consistency around it, and it wasn't just stitching around the pockets in this one. And I'm really proud of this one. This was obviously my 3rd attempt. I need to get some more elastic for this one, but it's been really fun. I don't know what I'm going to end up using them for. I might end up selling them on my Etsy. So keep an eye out, just because they're fun to make, but they're accumulating, and I don't know what I'm going to do with them once they keep accumulating. Anyway, sorry it's been so long since I've uploaded. Things have been rough lately. I say that every time, but I promise it's true. But I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I will see you guys in the next video. It'll be sooner this time, I promise. Anyway, I love you. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you next time.